Ever wondered what it would be like to defy gravity, to run and jump across rooftops like a superhero? Let's take a leap into the world of parkour, a sport that's all about moving swiftly and fluidly through urban landscapes, using nothing but the human body and the surroundings. Born in France during the late 20th century, parkour has since taken the world by storm, especially captivating the hearts of thrill-seeking teenagers. Now, picture a teenager with an unparalleled aptitude for this adrenaline-fueled sport. Our protagonist isn't just any ordinary parkour enthusiast. Their skills are exceptional, their passion, unwavering. Scaling walls, leaping across gaps, they move with such a grace and speed that it seems as if gravity has lost its hold on them. But as they say, with great power comes great responsibility, or in this case, great intrigue. But what happens when this gravity-defying sport leads to a labyrinth of secrets and deceit? Imagine on one of these daring escapes stumbling upon something you were never meant to see. Our protagonist, let's call them Alex, is out on a typical evening, pushing boundaries and defying gravity. The city rooftops are their playground, a concrete jungle where they leap, spin, and dart with the grace of a gazelle and the boldness of a falcon. They revel in the freedom, in the adrenaline rush that comes with scaling towering heights and navigating narrow ledges. It's during one of these breathtaking adventures that Alex chances upon something extraordinary. Mid-leap between two buildings, Alex's keen eyes spot something unusual wedged in a crevice of an old abandoned chimney. It's a small, unassuming package, bound in waterproof material. Curiosity piqued, they carefully retrieve it. Inside, they find a stack of papers, crisp, white, and filled with complex diagrams, cryptic codes, and a company logo they vaguely recognize. It's clear these aren't ordinary documents. They're schematics, blueprints, and confidential memos, the kind that are usually locked away in high-security corporate offices. But how did they end up here in an old chimney stack on a deserted rooftop? And why? Alex can't shake off the feeling that they've stumbled upon something big, something dangerous. They decide to take the documents home, to study them more closely. But with this decision, they unknowingly step into a world far removed from their rooftop escapades. A world where information is power, secrets are currency, and trust is a luxury few can afford. And so, our parkour protégé, who once used their skills for the sheer thrill of it, now finds themselves holding the key to a corporate mystery. A mystery that's about to turn their life upside down and send them on an adventure more thrilling, more dangerous than any rooftop chase. And just like that, our protagonist is plunged into a world of corporate espionage. In the corporate world, information is power, and power is a dangerous game. Imagine a vast, intricate spider web, glistening in the moonlight. This web symbolizes the intricate landscape of corporate espionage, where information is the currency, and the stakes are incredibly high. Our protagonist, the parkour protégé, just stumbled into this web, quite unintentionally, but this doesn't make the situation any less perilous. The information they've stumbled upon is more than just a few spreadsheets or a list of names. It's a treasure trove of corporate secrets, plans for future products, strategies to outwit competitors, and even hints of insider trading. This is the kind of information that companies would kill to protect or obtain. It's not just valuable, it's a game changer. Now, the implications for our protagonist are severe. They've unwittingly become a pawn in a high-stakes game of corporate chess. They are now in possession of information that people would go to great lengths to retrieve. In the wrong hands, this information could tip the scales of corporate power, leading to monopolies, market crashes, even global recessions. Our protagonist, once just a teen with an extraordinary talent for parkour, now finds themselves in a world they never intended to be a part of. A world of boardroom battles, where the weapons are not guns or knives, but information and influence. A world where trust is a luxury and every move could be a trap. Navigating this world won't be easy. It's like a maze, full of twists and turns, where every decision could lead to a dead end or a way out. It's a world of shadows and secrets, where the rules are written in a language they don't understand. But our protagonist is not without resources. They have their skills, their wits, and a burning desire to get out of this web of deceit. It's a dangerous game, but it's a game they must play if they want to survive. In the world of shadows and secrets, our protagonist must now navigate a path fraught with danger. When secrets are unveiled, the hunters become the hunted. And so it begins. Our young parkour prodigy, once the observer, now finds themselves the observed. Their heart pounds not with the thrill of the next leap, but with the fear of the unknown. The shadows that were once their allies now seem to harbor unseen threats. Every corner turned, every alley crossed, brings with it a new wave of uncertainty. The city that had once been a sprawling playground of concrete and steel now feels like a maze of eyes and whispers. The rooftops, once their stage, have turned into a chessboard of survival. The game has changed, and so have the stakes. Every leap, every landing, every roll is no longer just about pushing the limits of physical prowess, but about staying one step ahead of the unknown. They can feel it, the eyes on them. Not the usual spectators marveling at their gravity-defying stunts, but cold, calculating gazes tracking their every move. The normal humdrum of the city seems distant, replaced by the unnerving quiet of anticipation. Every rustle, every footfall echoes like a drumbeat, a countdown to the inevitable. And then the chase begins, not with a bang, but with a whisper. A rustle of clothing, a shadow darting just at the edge of vision. The thrill of the chase, once a joyous adrenaline rush, is now a desperate race for survival. The parkour they had mastered as an art, as an expression of freedom, now becomes their only means of escape. Through narrow alleys and over towering rooftops, they run, leap, and tumble, their movements a blur of desperation and determination. The cityscape, once their canvas, now their battleground. Each leap is a defiance, each landing a small victory. But how long can they keep this up? How long before their pursuer closes in? The chase is on, and the city holds its breath. The rooftops, once a playground, are now a battleground. A chase unlike any other, where agility and quick thinking are the only means to survive. In the world of parkour, every leap, every turn, every wall run is a testament to the human spirit's defiance of gravity. For our protagonist, these aren't just tricks learned for amusement. They are a lifeline, a means to survival. Imagine the heart pounding like a drum, the adrenaline rushing like a roaring river. The world becomes a blur, yet every detail is amplified. The texture of the concrete underfoot, the wind whistling past, the echo of footsteps growing louder, closer. In this world, a split-second decision could mean the difference between freedom and capture. Our protagonist isn't just running. They're vaulting over railings, scaling walls like a mountain climber, twisting and turning through narrow alleys with the fluidity of a dancer. Every object, every obstacle is an opportunity, a chance to change direction, to put more distance between themselves and their pursuers. The city becomes a playground, a labyrinth, a battleground. But this isn't a game. The stakes are high, the danger all too real. Every slip could spell disaster, every misstep a potential fall. But fear is not an option. There's no room for doubt when you're running for your life. The power of parkour lies in its freedom. The freedom to move, to explore, to escape. It's about taking the path less traveled, about seeing possibilities where others see barriers. It's about harnessing the full potential of the human body, pushing it to its limits, testing the boundaries of what's possible. Our protagonist is not just a parkour athlete. They are a survivor, a rebel, a hero in their own right. They've turned their city into a fortress, their skills into a shield. They're not just outrunning their pursuers, they're outsmarting them. But can they outrun the relentless pursuit of powerful adversaries? This is more than just a chase. It's a battle of wits, a test of endurance, a race against time. It's a game of cat and mouse where the mouse has learned to fly. And the question remains, can they escape? Will their skills be enough to keep them one step ahead? Only time will tell. Behind every secret lies another secret. Our protagonist, with nimble fingers and a sharp mind, begins to pick at the threads of the mystery wrapped up in the documents they've uncovered during their daring rooftop exploits. What was once just a thrilling chase through the cityscape has turned into something so much more. Something dark and tangled, like a maze of shadows cast by the towering corporate buildings. The first clue was a name, a seemingly insignificant name scribbled in the corner of a document. But as our hero delved deeper, they found that this name was a key that unlocked a door to a labyrinth of corporate intrigue. This led to a discovery that the corporation had been involved in some shady dealings that went beyond the everyday cutthroat world of business. As the protagonist begins to peel back the layers of deception, they uncover a plot that is far more sinister than they could have ever imagined. The corporation, it seems, is not just interested in profits and market dominance. It's a front for something much more nefarious. The plot thickens, and our hero finds themselves in the middle of a game of cat and mouse, only this time the stakes are much higher. The corporation's scheme is not just about the bottom line, it's about control, power, and manipulation on a scale that's hard to comprehend. Each new revelation is like a jigsaw puzzle piece, fitting neatly into the big picture, but also revealing a new aspect of the corporation's plot. The protagonist can't help but feel a sense of dread creeping in as they piece together the puzzle. It's like staring into an abyss, the depth of which seems infinite, and the darkness overwhelming. But there's something else too. A spark of determination that wasn't there before. A resolve to expose the corporation, to bring their secrets to light, to ensure that justice is served. The adrenaline that once fueled their parkour runs has now been replaced by a burning resolve to expose the truth, no matter the cost. As the plot unravels, our protagonist finds themselves in a race against time. The corporation is closing in, and they know it. Every rooftop leap, every wall run, every daring escape is now driven by a sense of urgency. They know that they are the only ones who can stop the corporation, the only ones who can unravel the mystery and bring the truth to light. But the protagonist is not just a parkour prodigy anymore. They are a beacon of hope, a symbol of resistance against the towering corporate giant. They've seen the monster that lies behind the corporate facade, and they're not backing down. They're not just running anymore, they're fighting. The stakes have never been higher. In the game of power, the final move can be the most dangerous. As our protagonist stands on the precipice of the truth, he finds himself confronting the corporate adversaries, the puppeteers behind the web of deceit. The boardroom is their battlefield, a high-rise fortress towering above the city. Here, the stakes are as towering as the skyscrapers themselves, and the air, dense with anticipation, heralds a showdown of epic proportions. The adversaries, seasoned in the art of corporate warfare, see in our hero an inconsequential pawn. Little do they know, the city's rooftops have been his training ground, and parkour, his secret weapon. The unique blend of agility, speed, and daring that parkour demands is something they can't comprehend, let alone counter. Our hero begins his assault, not with words, but with his extraordinary parkour skills. He darts across the room, vaulting over sleek mahogany tables and scaling glass walls with an agility that leaves the adversaries frozen in their tracks. His movements, fluid and bold, mirror the rhythm of his conviction. Every jump, every flip, every daring maneuver is a testament to his resilience and his unyielding pursuit of the truth. The adversaries, unable to match his physical prowess, scramble in confusion and panic. They watch in disbelief as our protagonist, the teen they had underestimated, outmaneuvers them in their own stronghold. The corporate titans, once invincible in their ivory tower, are now powerless against the onslaught of parkour. In the face of overwhelming odds, our hero never falters. He uses his skills not just as a means to survive, but as a weapon to expose the truth. His final leap, a daring jump from the top of a bookshelf to the ground, lands him right in front of the stunned adversaries. With a triumphant grin, he presents the incriminating evidence, the secrets he had unearthed on his daring rooftop escapes. In the end, it's not just about surviving, but about exposing the truth. And with that, our parkour protégé proves that the greatest weapon in any battle is not power, but truth. Every journey has an end, but not all ends are the same. In the heart of the concrete jungle, an ordinary teenager discovered an extraordinary talent. Vaulting over obstacles with the grace of a gazelle, scaling walls like a gecko, this was no ordinary teen, this was a parkour prodigy. But who knew that a simple love for this gravity-defying sport would lead to a thrilling saga of corporate espionage? From the innocence of youth, Our protagonist was thrust into a web of deceit, where trust was as elusive as the ground beneath their feet. Chased, hunted, yet never defeated, they used their parkour skills not only to escape, but to uncover the truth. Tangled in this web, our hero realized their greatest strength wasn't in their leaps or their flips. It was their unwavering courage, their unyielding spirit. And in the final showdown, they proved just that. And thus, our parkour prodigy proves that sometimes the greatest leaps are those taken in the face of danger.